Hello YouTube friends, Dr. Teresa here again. Today I have another question that came from Adam3. Thanks Adam. And he asked about lighting on a Dwarf Seahorse tank, and in particular about any external lighting in the room and how that might affect the Dwarf Seahorses. I have a lot of experience over the years, different times working with Dwarf Seahorses, and the short answer is I find it just doesn't even matter. I have used incandescent bulbs way back when, and occasionally still, for hatching brine shrimp. Fluorescent bulbs, lately LED bulbs, and now I have an inexpensive light fixture that has a pre-setting in it that I like that kind of mimics the natural cycle of a day. So it has, for example, the first lights mimic sunset, and then the light slowly increases and brightens to midday, and then slowly decreases to a sunset imitation, and eventually a moonlight. So essentially the light is on in some degree, very low or high, from 6 a.m. to about 10:45, and that was preset into the fixture I got, and I really like it. As far as other lighting, either lights on in a room or even a night light, I don't find that it bothers the seahorses at all. When their tank lights go down or off for the evening, they pretty much settle in even if the room lights are on. And I do keep a little night light in the room where I have the Dwarf Seahorse tank, not so much for the Dwarf Seahorses, but just so that I can go into the room in the late evening if I want and not have to turn on a light switch and light up the entire room. The only thing that I found, and research supports this, is that light matters if you're interested in having your Dwarf Seahorses breed. If you have anything less than 12 hours of continual daylight for them, that will not stimulate their breeding drive. Now that, along with temperature and availability of food in the wild, also influence breeding, but in the aquarium for sure, that is one thing that we can control. If we want to stimulate breeding, we need to make sure that lights are on at least 12 hours. And one problem with that is because we do have so much waste load in a Dwarf Seahorse tank, as you might see some excess algae or red hair algae growing. So do what is best for you. Maybe you're not even interested in breeding Dwarf Seahorses. Maybe you just want to enjoy them and you're okay with using lower or reduced amount of lighting for them. Well, these are my thoughts based on my experiences and my reading about lighting and Dwarf Seahorses, along with conversations I've had with other Dwarf Seahorse keepers. Hopefully you'll find this useful for you, and you'll see that's one thing that you really don't have to worry too much about with Dwarf Seahorses. So whatever works best for you and your lifestyle. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up. It really makes a difference in my channel, and I always enjoy having you here with me. Feel free to reach out with any other questions. I'm really having a lot of fun making videos about them. Take care.